A very good morning to all of you students. I am your computer teacher Jyoti. Today we will the same chapter 2 computer memory, but today we will cover the topic of secondary memory. Okay? Show some visuals to you also. But before starting that, let's revise what is computer memory. All the storage devices like CD, DVDs, ROM, RAM, pen drives, hard disk, all are our storage device. Just like humans, just like us, we have memory. We store the information or whatever we listen, whatever we read into our memory. In the same manner, computer also has a memory. That is why we called CPU as brain of computer, and memory is inside the CPU. In computer, I told you we have three kind of units in our CPU. First one is control unit, that controls all the activity inside the computer. Another one is arithmetic logic unit, which is used to solve the problems like related to calculations, addition, subtraction, division. And in logic unit we solve problems related to comparison, for 45. Okay, and last one is our memory unit. So yesterday we study about what is memory, what is primary memory, what is ROM and RAM. So computer memory is of two types. I told you first one is primary memory and another one is secondary memory. So in primary memory there is also two types. Primary memory is in directly contact with our CPU. The memory which is direct contact with our CPU is primary memory. Two types of primary means that remains same even if our computer also shut down, that will store inside the computer. It will not vanish, it will not deleted. Okay, but in temporary memory it will vanish, it will remove, it will clear if our system shut downs. Here one is ROM and another one is RAM. ROM stands for read only memory, means we can only read this memory, we cannot write into it, means we cannot make any kind of change into it, we cannot update it. This is the example of permanent memory. Okay, and here one line is given: ROM stores startup instruction for booting the computer system, means all the instructions whenever we start. I'll give you few examples like few electronic devices like smartphones, tablets, TV, AC, and SIM cards also. The data stored permanently on these devices. Okay. Next is RAM. What is RAM? I told you that RAM is used to speed up the computer's memory. It is random access memory, or we can call it read write memory. We can perform read function as well as write function in RAM. Okay. And one thing is also there, RAM is temporary memory. Whenever our CPU gets off or the power supply gets off, the data will be lost, and we call it volatile memory. We call it, whereas ROM is non-volatile memory, because data remains stored even the power is off. ROM is permanent and RAM is temporary memory. Okay, now let's move to secondary memory. What is secondary memory? The primary memory of the computer is not large enough to hold a large amount of data. It means to say that there is a shortage of memory in primary memory, like there is not that much memory inside ROM and RAM That is why we need to use some secondary memory, or we can call them external memory, because we attach these memory devices to our computer. These are not inbuilt like RAM or ROM. It is secondary or external memory. We have to connect these memory devices by using USB slots, ठीक है, और CD DVD slots. Moreover, the RAM gets erased when a computer is switched off. We know that RAM is temporary memory and all the data will erase if the power will be off. So I will show you. I have two devices with me. One is CD and another one is pen drive. I will show you how it will look like. See, I will show it to you. See, and another one is CD. See this. This is CD. We all have seen CDs at our homes also. CD, DVDs, they are just look like this. This is CD and this is pen drive. We have to insert this into the slot for reading the data, and we have to insert this into our CD drive slot which is given in CPU. So we will insert it there. It looks like this. It is our CD. See, now CD and DVD, these both look same, but what is the difference between a CD and a DVD? So let's differentiate what is a CD and what is a DVD. Just see this. Here is CD has more storage capacity than CD as we compare to this. This has less memory. A normal CD has 700 MBs. I will tell you what is MB, GB, TB, KB. Okay, just listen. CD only has 700 MB. Normal CD has, but DVD has 5 GB. Okay, we will study about the unit of units, MB, GB, all this. We measure memory in terms of KB, MB, bytes and all this. So we will study about this. Just see, this has short memory and this has huge memory. As we compare this to CD, CD has low storage capacity and DVD has more storage capacity. CD is of metal or recording layer which is present at the top. In CDs, metal or recording layer is present at the top, but in DVD, the metal or recording layer is present in the middle of the DVD. Okay, and you also know that when we were studying about the chapter input and output devices, so our USB flash drive, our pen drive, our CD DVDs, all these are input as well as output devices. We study that our CD DVD or pen drive are input device as well as output device. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now we have to move to another line, that is in secondary memory. So let's continue the chapter. Your computer's memory is only a temporary storage, means our computer's memory is a temporary storage area for data. See, we also phones. What is that? This is secondary memory. These are our secondary memories. These are not inbuilt feature of our primary memory. These are not present inside our system, whether it is our phone or its computer. Secondary memory are externals. These are not internals. Your computer's memory is only a temporary. You have to attach 5G card because we have shortage of storage. We want to insert more images and all those things, है ना? That is why we need secondary memory. Okay, now let's move to another line. After feeding data, our internal storage fills up. That is why we have to move our data. We can call that external are known as memory. The information stored in secondary memory devices can be used again and again. Once we have stored information in our memory devices, we can use that again. We can take them anywhere we want. If we want to delete that information, we can also delete that. Okay. And what are the examples of secondary memory? Hard disk, Blu-ray disc. So you should know what is the full form. What is the full form of all those secondary storage devices? So what is the full form of CD? Compact disc. What is the full form of DVD? Digital versatile disc. And full form of BD is Blu-ray disc. Now I told you we will study means the memory of a computer is measured in terms. We measure milk in kiloliters, liters. So such like that we also measure our memory in terms of bits and bytes. See here a diagram is limited up to 0 and 1. I told you our computer accepts binary digits 0 and 1. It is given in bit also. So unit of measurement science, the symbol 0 or 1 is referred to as bit. Whenever it is a basic unit of data processing. Now we will study what. Okay, whether 1 or 0 and या तो 0 या 1 is called bit. Only one digit या तो 0 हो या 1 is called bit. 1 bit means 1 electronic pulse. You got it? I will give you a paper which will be easy to understand you. I will give you form. Byte and nibbles and all. Okay, या तो 0 या 1 is called bit. Okay, next is nibble. A group of 4 bits means like this. Group of 4 only इतना. सी 0 या फिर ये लास्ट वाला 0101. Group of 4 bits is known as nibble. Okay, group of 4 bits together is nibble. And what is byte? Group of 8 bits. Any 8 bits which are together in a group, we call it byte. Bit is equals to any one symbol, whether it is 0 or 1. Nibble is equals to group of 4 bit and byte is equals to group of 8 bit. So you should know what is difference between bit, nibble and byte. Okay. See, in the last one line is given to you is, if a computer has 16 kilobyte or 60 KB of memory, it means it can store 16384 characters. Memory size is written as KB or MB or GB or TB. Now what is that KB or MB? Let's move to another page number. See, in your this page number, it will be more clear to you that what is that byte, kilobytes, gigabytes, terabytes. So a combination of 8 bits is equals to 1 byte, yani 8b is equals to 1b. 8 small b is equals to 1 capital B. 8 bits is equals to 1 byte. 1024 bytes is equals to 1 KB or 1 kilobyte. 1024 kilobytes will be is equals to 1 megabyte or 1 MB. 1024 megabytes is equals to 1 GB or gigabyte. 1024 gigabytes will be is equals to 1 terabyte. Now for finding out this, we have to multiply, just like go to your back page. See, here it is given that if a computer has 16 kilobytes of memory, it means it can store that much character, 16384. So by multiplying we can easily find out how to find bits and bytes. Just see this. This chart will help you to find out the number of bytes or kilobytes or megabytes or gigabytes. Okay, so learn this table. I have prepared this table for you in short according to whatever I gave you, and in next class we will discuss its question and answers. For now I have this for you. You have to complete match the followings, tick the correct answers, and you should know what is the full form of, and also I will ask you what is the difference between ROM and RAM. You have to write that in your notebook also. Okay, so your second chapter computer memory is completed. Now complete your copies and you have to learn this chapter. In next class, in between any 3 days I will take your test, so be prepared. You have to prepare chapter 1 and chapter 2. Till then, take care. Bye bye.